Hello, welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 56.
Okay. My name is Franciscan Gypsy, also known, other way around.
Reverse it.
My name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Political Rivalry and everywhere else. And hi, I'm sleep deprived. Nothing new there.
I'm Marlisha, just freshly back from Florida, our 30th anniversary, and I'm also in Vertigo.
Their 30th anniversary.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
And I'm not even 30 yet.
They
can't be in my 30th.
I do apologize for eating, but if I don't eat my dinner now, I won't
She's
get
being
dinner.
rude. She mocked me the one time I did it, and now look at her. Look at her.
She's forcing me to eat Pop-Tarts for dinner.
Oh, pobrecita.
So, anyway.
I missed you.
I can see that. Yes, I'm just back from Florida. Missed everybody. Ty did a great podcast without me, but missed everybody. Before we go on, though, I do want to welcome people if I can find my notes. We have two new members. One who knits, who is Shirley, and I think she joined just after the last podcast before Taya's.
Yeah.
I think she turned out just after that, so we do apologize for not.
I didn't really have good show notes last time.
Yeah, and it was rather rushed. So, and then Fox in a Box, who is Lisa. So welcome to both of you. We're glad to have you, and I will write Lisa an official welcome message as soon as I can have a spare minute to breathe. I've been hit the ground running once we got off the plane today. Today, Monday. on Saturday we got off the plane and just didn't stop. We had to stop at my parents to get Davina and then come home, and then today has been just running errands all day. So
did you show them your new cup?
I did not, in fact.
Because you're drinking tea out of it. This
is
where you get your food and your drink if you so wish.
I am still having chai tea, but the cup has changed. And this is one of my stash enhancements.
If you spill my stuff, I will hurt you.
This is one of my stash enhancements from the Universal theme park. It is a superhero mug. It has, you can see Wolverine and Spider-Man, who I actually got pictures with Spider-Man. Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man. I think that's all of them. Oh, Thor is on there too.
Did you say Wolverine?
I did say Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Anyway, this made me happy.
Wolverine.
This made me happy. So my husband said, get it. There was another one that was just Wolverine, but I wanted to get as many of my superheroes as I could. Didn't have Batman on here, but then Batman's not Marvel, so.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Other extraneous, we wanted to re-mention from last time that the Pen, Hook and Needles colorway thingy is finally closed, and I'm sure this noise is really, really annoying.
So she's going to keep on doing it.
Yes.
Because she's mean that way. I don't do that. I'm nice. But the thread is closed. I got a message from Kim. It was in my box when I got back, stating that everybody should have received their PayPal notification for payment.
Yes, check your PayPal messages.
Yeah. I got mine while I was on vacation, and I let Kim know that I would pay her when I got back. She was very gracious about it. She said if you have any questions, just contact her, but she said that most of you already paid already. So we thank you very, very much, everyone.
Except your deadbeat daughter. She didn't notice it until later. I haven't been very good about checking the internet.
We thank everybody who bought the Potiversary yarn and those who wanted to, but maybe for whatever reason couldn't. We thank you for spiritually being there with us. So we're looking forward to starting the knit along, crochet along with the yarn. Depending on when we all get the yarn, maybe the middle of July or end of July through all of August. And it can be a whole project with the yarn or part of a project with the yarn. We are going to allow we're going to allow works in progress posts.
Yeah.
And I think we said one work in progress post per project that you do, per day, right? Is that right? Or was it per?
I think it's per week. I don't think we really worked out those details.
Yeah, we haven't worked out the details yet. It'll be more we'll have more information coming by the time you have the yarn. We'll
I
have
think
that.
day wouldn't be enough because you wouldn't get a lot of progress.
Right.
I think per week.
Yeah, I think it was per week, per project. So if you had 2 projects going, you could put 2 works in progress per week.
Yeah.
The only exception is if you get to a point where you post a work in progress, say on a Monday you post a work in progress, and then on Thursday you finish it, you can post your finished object.
Yeah, you don't have to wait till next week.
You don't have to wait till the next week. And so that on that week you would have 2 for that particular project. And what was I going to say? I'm sorry if I'm a little disjointed. I'm still a little tired.
You don't know tired.
Oh, yes,
you don't know tired.
Until you've had children, you don't know tired.
I sleep like 2 hours average.
Yeah, that's about average for children,
Exactly.
especially when they're all mixed up at night. This one, 6 weeks.
I was a night shifter even then.
Yeah, but anyway, we are working on prizes for this. We haven't determined what they'll be yet, but not only will the finished objects be eligible, the WIPs will be the works in progress will be eligible as well because it is such a short, compact little.
And we just want to see people working with our yarn.
Yeah, we just want to see all the pretty projects. Okay, and that will almost butt up against our toy along in September or October, whenever it is we start that.
Yeah, I think we usually start in September because I think that's the counter for the toy along.
Right, he did. Okay, so and I think we already said what we're gonna.
I think it's end of September though.
Oh yes, it's after. It's
right before retreat.
Yeah, but this year because the retreat is so early, I think it's the 3rd week. I think we'll probably start when we get back.
That works.
We'll have to see what the start date for that will be.
Actually, that would be convenient personally because I'm trying to finish this before retreat.
Yeah. So okay.
I have a ways to go.
I think we've already talked about this, but we'd love to hear what you're going to be working with. If you're doing the Cal with us for the Podversary yarn, we'd love to know what you're thinking about doing with it. I personally have fingering weight yarn and worsted weight. I know that with the worsted weight, I'm going to do a Stacy Trock pattern, the Amigurumi Cliff, the Brontosaurus, which I think will look really cute in it. I have a shawl pattern in mind for my fingering weight yarn. I think it's a Serafina shawl, so I'll have to see if that actually makes it to completion during the Cal or if it gets finished later on.
Personally, I have worsted weight yarn in our colorway, which is meant for Zeus's petals. And then I also have a sweater's worth of fingering.
That was gifted to you by
yes, Zeus's petals was gifted to me by Cloverbird. So it'll be awesome sauce. It'll be probably one of my favorite garment things.
I still have to find just the exact right yarn for the shawl that she gave me. It's so pretty.
Alrighty, I guess that we have dawdled long enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not used to eating while I'm podcasting, so I may be a little quieter. I don't want to.
She's never quiet.
I don't want to have seafood.
She's never quiet. You don't want seafood. She has seafood.
Open mouth seafood.
I've never heard it described that way.
That's because you're a child.
If you want to be conservative, it's okay.
No, I go backwards. And I bounce back.
Yes, you do go backwards.
I go from 29 to 25 and back.
Really?
So there are times where I'm younger than you are.
Well, according to Ashley, at work, we stopped at 25. At least last year she decided that. And then...
No, this year probably 26.
This year she was like... She keeps reminding me that we're 26. I'm like, you told me we stopped at 25. Anyway.
How many whips do you have?
3.
Okay, I only have 2. I did virtually no knitting or crocheting.
Well, then let me
for obvious reasons.
Start first. Shar. This one. Okay.
I have a pretty cup.
This is the flash square. Well, actually, this is a bag holding a flash square. This is Slip Stitch Studios bag.
There was no flash at Universal.
I know, it's disappointing. I guess it couldn't go that fast. Couldn't keep up. That's what, he was going so fast, you just couldn't see him. It was the frequency he was vibrating at. That's it.
Maybe he was the one causing the thunderstorms.
It's all his fault. Okay, especially if it's Wally West Flash. Okay, this is the Flash Square. That is a part of the It's All Rose Bob's Fault superhero blanket.
Hi, Rose Bob.
Yep. I am using the superhero logos pattern by Jessica Evans. I'm using USH hook. This is for the Square Month Cal with Knitner. Well, her actual name is Catby913 on Ravelry. Her real name is Kathy. Yes, I know what her real name is. And she is in charge of the Knit Nerd podcast. But this project was restarted. The project was restarted because of Rose Bob. There was a reason I missed you. I was going to finish this square last month, and then I got distracted.
That's pretty.
I think I'm almost out of white. I need to pick up more white because I don't have enough of Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn white. I think I'm on the last. Green Lantern used up all my white almost. He didn't share with his buddy.
Yeah, that sounds like hell.
Yeah, it does. I don't know why Barry picked up with him. Anyway.
Maybe it's Wally.
Yeah, and Wally has to put up with him. He's like an uncle to him. Anyway. Yep, there we go. That's the Flash Square so far. I'm more than halfway through. So I'm happy with it.
Very nice.
First one with 3 colors. No, I think I'll do Batman afterwards because it'll be a little bit of a break.
Darker.
Yeah, darker and not that I loved having the bright colors. It was just I'd like a little break from the 3 colors.
Yeah, you don't have yellow and black.
Yeah.
Are you doing the navy blue or the black?
Black, because it's just a logo.
Mm-hmm.
And the black is more like the Jim Lee Batman.
You could also have done the gray and the black.
Yeah, I'm sticking with black and yellow.
Yeah. We love our Batman here.
Oh,
I asked the person at the comic book store that had Nightwing. Nightwing wasn't big enough. Yeah, I just looked at him.
Really?
He said, well, we want Nightwing here. They just... Sorry, that must have been really annoying. Yeah. I just kind of said, oh, my daughter. Ooh, my daughter! Sorry, that's a reference to a movie.
Okay. Well, then what was your excuse for Flash?
I didn't ask about Flash. I was looking for Nightwing.
Yeah.
For you. But anyway, okay.
Sad day. They just couldn't, capture Dick properly. That's what it was.
Yes, because he's slow. This little thing I'm going to do before I do my whip, our little lights, camera, action thing here. We picked this up. This is a stash enhancement. This was from Universal Studios. And my husband said, yeah, you should put the logo in there. So that's what we did. So you may be seeing more of this.
Maybe you will be.
Yes, you will be. So this was stash enhancement. I just thought I'd get that out of the way before I forgot and you wondered about it. Well, in case you
now that we're 13 minutes in, we'll explain the thing that you might have been wondering about earlier.
My work in progress. I only worked on 2 things, and we walked all day. I think we averaged 10 miles a day at the parks, at Universal, the City Walk.
I didn't even try to keep up with them here for a quick bit.
Excuse me. Not you, but myself. City Walk, Universal, and Adventure, Island of Adventure, or Adventureland. Kimberly would know. Sock Bunny would know what it was called. Anyway, between all those 3 areas, we walked 10 miles an average day. And by the time we got back to the room, I just fell asleep. I was just tired. And it was really hot. We got to the point where we started coming in about 1:30 and staying inside until about 3:30 or so, and then going back out because it was just too hot. And we're not used to it. Virginia doesn't get quite that hot. So we would take a nap or do whatever, watch a movie. I did a little work on another project, and I'll show that to you later, but this one is the one I did the most work on since I came home yesterday. And this is my Augustine blanket. It's from the Be My Valentine Throw pattern by Rosanna Beck, and I'm using a G-hook and an H hook, although I haven't started with the H hook. And I'm using Knit Picks Bravo Worsted Sport yarn in the Dublin and in the Fairy Tale and Cream colorway, so it matches Talia's projects for Elizabeth and James's baby. And I'm enjoying this pattern. I really am. I had to, I kind of freaked out because the pattern, in order for me to keep track of what I'm doing, I had the pattern expanded or exploded, and I've got like 40 sheets of paper with one direction on each line because I just, what? Will you stop playing with my veins, you vampire?
They're really poppy today.
Yes,
I could totally put like a 20 in there.
Stop that.
18.
Anyway, she's creepy. But this is the progress I've made. I think I've done about a square and a half up and down. It's working up really, really fast. I'm enjoying it.
Oops. I don't know. I'm just like obsessed with your tea. It's freaking me out.
Because it's open this time. And I'm enjoying this a lot. I think I'm about a third of the way through before I do the edging. And I'm hoping that I'll have time this week. My husband's home this week, so I don't know if I will, but to finish this. I'm in a finish everything mood, and so I'm hoping to get that done so I can pick up my sweater and start that again.
That was the mood I was in last week.
Yeah, I've been in that mood for a while, and then I got sidetracked. Mm-hmm. So that's my first work in progress. I think Talia wants to maybe do her next one.
Alrighty, my next one is in my piggy bag. Wink, wink, wink. The book Dwarves.
Mm-hmm. About ogres.
Yes.
Right?
Whenever the one dwarf, he wanted to fight ogres, really bloodthirsty dwarf,
yeah.
And his way of calling them was wink, 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 wink. That book is very bloody. It's a little disturbing.
Mm-hmm. It's fun though.
But that's the only thing I really retained from the book.
Very hard to keep track of the names because I think it was translated from German and we're not used to some of the names.
And also, it was just simply very violent.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel kind of ill.
It was a very good story, but to give you an idea of how violent it was, and if you have children in the room or if you're squeamish, you might want to walk out. They had something called ALF.
A-L-F.
A-L-F, like the alien ALF.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great, that's lovely.
But
I was picturing ALF.
What they were beautiful elves, but they were evil. And what they would do is they'd kill people or kill whoever, and they'd paint with blood, the person's blood, on the person's skin like a canvas.
Yeah.
And that's to give you an idea how bloody it was. It was a good story. I also kind of got creeped out by that, but the story was good enough to keep my interest to finish it. There's 2 books.
I never read the second book.
I read all the way through, but it was quite bloody. And there was some very disturbing parts in it.
Very disturbing. Anyway,
now that we've taken the sidetrack.
This has nothing to do with that book. These are just little cute piggies.
Piggies.
Okay? Cute piggies! Cute piggies, not creepy ogre things. Cute piggies.
Bacon!
See, could you call him Bacon? No, you couldn't.
It's adorable bacon. Bacon and ham bone and...
See. Anyway, this is a Pulver bag. I get a lot of comments about this bag.
I love
People
it.
Work always,
she stole it from me.
People at work are always asking about my purses.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ask if I made them. I'm like, no, I don't sew. This project here, I'm calling it Disco Nights. It is the pattern Tortellino, which is a free pattern by Valentina Cosiani. Talk about an Italian name there. This pattern is provided in English and in Italian. No surprise there. US 2 needles, what I'm using. I'm finding I must be like a really loose knitter because I'm finding I have to go down like 1 or 2 needle sizes almost every time.
To get gauge?
To get gauge,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm using Wild Hair Fiber Studios Pinnacle Fingering Yarn in the Neon Lights colorway. And if it looks too crazy, I'll give it to Davina. I still don't think so. I think I'll do that. I think I'll still keep it to
I
myself.
like it. If I learn how to knit crochet those socks that I saw in the book, I'll do those socks and just forget about the owl pattern.
So
that's pretty. That's the poncho, right?
that's a poncho.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished.
Is it pooling or is it striping?
It's striping.
Very pretty.
Because it's just that each striping area has multiple colors to it.
It's a very pretty yarn. Melissa does a really good job.
Yeah.
Well,
Section 1 and 2 are done, and now the upcoming sections will be the ones that increase it to get over the shoulders and stuff. So I think that this puts me to about here.
I can't have anything that close around my neck. I like to have the cowls.
So,
although it doesn't look like it's a very tight.
No, I don't think it's going to be very tight, and I think it'll stretch as well. So it'll be like that, I think. Oh, I think it'll look fine. Davina's not going to get this. But I like it.
It's very pretty.
Pretty colors. It'll probably take 2 skeins.
That's good. She has at least 2, right?
I have 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I gift you both of them? Or just buy a second one?
I bought one. You actually got really mad at me when I bought the second one.
I did?
Because you were gifting me the other one for Christmas, and I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and bought myself one.
She wasn't supposed to buy anything because it was coming up on Christmas, and we have a rule.
No, I bought it before that, but you had showed me because you wanted to figure out which one I wanted or whatever. Or you were trying to figure out if you wanted to give one to Davina before you decided, well, she doesn't want to use that weight of yarn. And I fell in love with that yarn, and I wasn't sure if you were going to give it to Davina or not, so I bought myself one, and you got really mad at me.
It's not like you could have found it elsewhere, but no, she had to spoil the surprise because that's the kind of hairpin she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. This next project, I hate lace yarn. I've just come to the conclusion that I hate it.
We did a trade, we should first of all say, because you're going to recognize the yarn.
Yeah.
Or you might recognize the yarn.
Yeah. Show me yarn.
The one that
I still love it.
She loves this color, but she doesn't like the cobwebby lace. I will probably knit something with this. I'm not at the point where I want to focus on that right now, though. So at some point, I will knit something pretty with this.
And this is a beautiful yarn. I want to make sure that you don't get the wrong idea. This is a gorgeous yarn. It's squishy. It's wonderful. And I will probably go back to Black Sheep Dye Works, I think is who did this for me, and buy this in a sock weight because I'll use that. This will drive me insane. I tried.
It's just the weight of yarn. She can't stand.
I just can't stand it. And I thought, well, maybe a heavier weight.
So we traded, and I gave her the stuff I got for free from Craftsy because Crafsy's awesome and wonderful and amazing.
I love Craftsy. This is the yarn that I'm using. You'll probably recognize.
It's ballerina, right?
It's ballerina. Well, let me see here. No, this is not ballerina. This is Gracie, Fiesta Gracie lace, and the colorway is the It sounds almost like Hawaiian. Malkoha.
It makes you think of
it makes you think of Hawaii and Mel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. Because she says, what is it that she says each podcast? It's her greeting.
Yeah,
it's not aloha. It's
it begins with an amp. I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But anyway, what it is, this is a shawl. It's the I call it the Desert Sunset. It's from the Crichton pattern by Martha Simonson, and she adapted this from the Citron pattern, shawl pattern knitted by Hilary Smith. I think her last name is Callis. I'm using a 3.75 or an F hook, and as I said, the Fiesta Yarns Gracie Lace Malkoa colorway. And I had started, if you remember, I had started with that green yarn, the Miss Shawl pattern, and the yarn and the pattern, I just got frustrated and I stopped. This is a little bit better. The lace weight, at least, where's my stitch?
At least losing your stitch.
Yeah. At least I can work with this, but I find lace yarn extremely fiddly, and
it's been breaking in your hand, right?
Yeah, it's not very forgiving. So when I had to pull out, I did some of this when I was sitting in the lobby at the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock Hotel. My husband actually took pictures of me, but I had to pull it out because I miscounted. And that was okay. I did it all the time. But
she just doesn't know how to count.
But the pulling out, it broke, which is why I have, because it only takes one skein of yarn. There's 900 some odd yarns, 900 some odd yards in this. But you can see where I had to, reattach. And I really like the pattern. I mean, it's really pretty. You can see why I call it the Desert Sunset.
And I didn't really like the colors, so I was very happy when she did.
So I'm going to try to finish this. My approach, my pattern, I am in section 2, about maybe a third of the way through section 2. I think there are 4 sections or 5 sections to it before you do the edging. So I'm doing all right with it. I have a kind of a Barbie shawl. The problem is I have to really have the right light, and I have to not be tired. Because if I miss the stitch and I have to start all over again, and we all know that the yarn breaks. So, but it's very lightweight. It'll be a real nice summer shawl or early fall or late spring. And it's got some kind of neat patterning in it. I don't know if you can see the. Take the hook out here. If you can see the little kind of bobbly kind of, not really bobble, but it's kind of a. Let me try this way. Maybe you can see it better that way.
Which way?
You can see the indenting there, and here you can see a little bit of the bobbles. Or they're not really bobbles; they're just because of the fact that you're increasing and decreasing.
Yeah, I think we can kind of see it.
You can kind of see the pattern that's forming.
Our light's starting to fade a little bit because we're podcasting.
Yeah, it's late. It's almost 7 o'clock. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying this pattern in terms of I would like to do this in a sock yarn. I think it'd be easier to see. And I did have a range of hooks that I could have used. I probably should have used maybe a G, but I find with lace yarn as fiddly as it is, and with a bigger hook, it makes me crazy. So, but this isn't too bad. It's not as bad as the cobweb. So I do have another one that I won from Daniela, and I have a pattern set aside for it. I will have to wait and see if I actually use it or if I make that a prize for something else.
Okay, is that all for that?
That's all for that.
Alrighty, my next project is the one I'm working on right now. I just started that Friday. Yeah, Friday. I'm calling it Mr. Rogers Prettified because it's a red sweater, red cardigan. It is the. What are you doing?
Doing Mr. Rogers.
You see, I don't think I actually watched Mr. Rogers.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That was the one I let you watch.
You see, what I remember most of is Reading Rainbow.
Well, yeah.
I loved Reading Rainbow.
When Davina was little, I still let her watch Sesame Street, and then it started going in a direction I didn't want him to go to, so I didn't agree with. So Talia didn't watch much Sesame Street. She watched Reading Rainbow and Mr. Rogers mostly.
Yeah, I don't remember Mr. Rogers hardly at all. Apparently, I liked Reading Rainbow that much more. You see, I liked sci-fi even then. You said that he was the guy from.
Yeah.
You said he was the guy from Star Trek, and for some reason I was like, yeah. I don't know what Star Trek is, but yeah.
He wore a comb on his. The visor was. I said it's a hair comb.
I did. That's the one that stuck with me. Okay, so Antler Cardigan. This pattern I got for free. It was like Christmas or 2 ago. I guess it was only Christmas ago.
Christmas,
yeah.
I forget what I got for her.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. I love you. So,
I thought I left all the noise in Florida.
This pattern includes 7 child and 8 adult sizes. I am making the size small, which is the 35 chest.
Wow. 8 adult sizes.
Yep. And this is, it's a lot of glare. Let me see if I can give you a better view as adults.
Is there a lot of positive E's on that?
I'm sure there's some.
Because I fit between the extra small and the small, I think.
There.
Based on what I've seen.
I think you probably prefer to go with the small because
You're too tight.
You like a little bit more ease with yours, and you run about 31 would be just too small.
Oh, it's too small. That's Davina.
Yeah. Even that Davina would be. But as you can see, it's a little bit of pattern on the top, and it's plain on the bottom. Cute picture.
Yeah.
Amy from Knitting in Circles just finished this. She did hers in a neutral color.
I always have to laugh when I listen to Amy talk about that sweater. She makes changes here. She makes changes there.
Well, I'm knitting this sweater, yes, in the pattern. But I'm knitting this while I'm taking Amy Herzog's Fit to Flatter class, or Knit to Flatter class. So I'm going to be adding some shaping, I think.
Yeah, she likes her stuff a little more fitted.
Yeah. So I just want a little bit at the waist. I mean, I was even measuring the sleeves, the width of the sleeves against a sweater that's very comfortable for me.
That's a good idea.
To see if I liked it, because I was afraid it was going to be too wide. But it was just that the wrist was a lot snugger than the other sweater, so it just seemed like it was wider. It was still the same width.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, I'm taking that class. Mom needs to take a couple measurements for me just so I can see where my waist starts to curve or whatever, and I can pull in appropriately. I'm only going to pull in a little bit. I don't want it to be terribly fitted. It's a cardigan. I just want a little bit of fitting. And I had to actually show the project.
Oh, no.
I've been talking about it, but
Yakety yak. Don't talk back.
I am trying to get to the end of this needle.
No, just pull Lindsay.
Well, I could pull Lindsay, but I do not wish to pull Lindsay.
Lindsay is upset.
Really? You've asked her about this, huh?
Taking Lindsay's name in vain. That's okay. She can take the hit.
You're only taking her name in vain because she can't do anything about it because she's moving and can't.
She's sweet.
Okay. There we go. So I have finished the sleeve increases, and it says to what?
It just makes me laugh because isn't this the one where you showed it to somebody and you said this is a sweater fit for a dog?
Yeah. I was working this at work after I had done all my charting, and I was like, they always ask me what I'm working on. I'm like, oh, this is a sweater, and she's like, for a dog? And I'm like, it's a sleeve. And I laid it against it, and she's like, oh.
I can see. I mean, you gotta put the little holes for the leg and the little tail, and
so that's how it fits so far.
It's like a gauntlet.
Yeah, right now it's a gauntlet. And this is my progress since Friday. I'm working on every chance I get. I want to have it done by September if possible, in time for a retreat. And I have a feeling that I will be wearing this sweater a lot.
It's pretty.
And it's nice, boring knitting right now. I'll take it to ACLS class tomorrow during the lecture part.
You might want to explain what you're doing tomorrow, what that is. I mean, don't go into great detail. That's what it is.
ACLS is basically when someone has a heart attack or something in the hospital setting, we have certain procedures that we go through to code them, to try to bring them back. And ACLS is a training of health professionals. So we know what drugs to give, how often, what doses, when to shock someone, make sure we all are doing CPR properly, to make sure that it is a cohesive, systematically handled thing. So that people aren't flubbing around trying to figure out what to do. They all know their roles, even if they've never done a code together. They all have been trained. They all can pick up what to do, and they've been trained in each position, for lack of a better term.
Kind of like an assembly line?
Well, you have one person who writes down everything that's going on. You have another person who...
Never mind.
Well, the term that I've heard people use is drug whore. They're the ones who man the code card and hand the person the drugs as needed.
Shouldn't that be a drug tip, not drug whore?
They Someone else pushes the drugs a lot of time. There's a couple people who will do compressions. So everyone knows their roles. Makes it a lot more cohesive, a lot more likely that if you code, will save your life.
That's very important.
So yeah, it's an 8-hour class tomorrow. It's just my recertification. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I'm recertifying. So, actually, I guess it must only be the 3rd time because I've only been in nursing for 4 years.
4.5.
No, it's 4.
Because
I didn't actually. It was
October
2009.
I guess you worked as a CNA for a while.
Yeah, it was October 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, but yeah, this is my progress so far.
It's a sleeve.
It's a sleeve, and this is what I'm going to be working on.
She's sticking her tongue out at you.
And I'll be working on this for 20 inches. It says for my size to do 19. I like my sleeves a little longer. I'll keep trying it on as I go along because it's 19 in the underarm, but I like them a little longer. And I'll just keep straight knitting. It's not a problem. I don't have to worry about the modifications for shaping until I get to the sweater itself. By that point, I'll need to get measurements done. I'll probably, maybe on Wednesday, try to snag you for that. Okay. Okie dokie.
I don't have any finished objects.
And I do. So let me clip this. In my Slip Stitch Studios Firefly bag, this is basically finished. You're going to see a string hanging from it, and that's only because I was going to add the buttons, and the needle I had was too big to fit through the buttonholes because it's baby sweater buttons.
It really came out nice.
So here's the baby sweater. I've got all the places marked for where I'm going to put the buttons.
How many buttons are you putting on there?
It's quite a few.
Wow.
So, because if you count the buttonholes, let's see, there's one there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually really surprised that there's such a distance between these two, but yeah.
Cool. Very nice.
So there it is. I think it turned out well. I'm not. It might fit on the Teddy. No, I think it's gonna be a little big for Teddy. Yeah, it's gonna be big for Teddy.
You can see how everything matches.
Yeah.
That and the Teddy, and then
the blankets. So, I mean, this Teddy has the green eyes that match this sweater.
Right. And the only thing that will be a little different. Well, my hearts are a little lighter than this.
So this was the Young Philosopher, and it's just waiting for its buttons. It's done. The ends are woven in. This is acrylic, so it's not going to be blocked. Baby's not due till January.
Yay. Yay for being done.
So
I need to get a move on. I'm going to probably be monogamous and finish the blanket so we can mail it off together.
Well, no, we aren't going to have to mail it off. She's going to be having her baby shower down here.
Oh, she is?
Because that's where her mom is.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
So she'll be coming down to us. So I'll get to actually. And knowing Eliz, she might even invite you, you know.
Yeah, she might. She might.
Because Eliz has always been very good about inclusion.
Eliz is even more than Mel.
Mel was my college roommate.
Yeah, the one who just had the baby.
Yeah.
Even more than Mel has been part of this family. So, I mean, we got invitations to both weddings and all that. That's not an issue or anything like that. It's just she's Eliz.
Oh, did I tell you guys that I got to see my friend's baby born? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
What a beautiful experience. I'm now the baby's godmother. So he's gonna be getting knit and crochet toys for like the rest of his life.
Mom, she's doing it again. Make her stop. I'm not 5 anymore.
You'll always be 5 to me. No, I'll always see that big head coming out.
Ooh. The bags I was using, I forgot to say, this is a Bright Craft M&M bag, and this is my lowest Monet bag. I know, it's not Monet. I'm sorry, but that's what it is to me. Okay. Those are finished objects.
Stash enhancement.
Stash enhancement. Okay.
Here's my stash enhancement. This yarn.
Oh, I forgot my yarn.
This is Knit Picks Brava worsted.
I forgot my yarn.
It's Knit Picks Brava worsted as well.
It is, but I don't remember. Is that the one that I?
You got all the puzzle pieces color.
All the puzzle. Yeah, I think I talked about it before.
You did. We just did. It hadn't arrived.
It hadn't arrived yet. It has basically primary colors plus a couple of different blues. I haven't even opened the box yet because it came in just before I left. But other.
You see, I on the other hand, I should start with something like that.
I was in Florida. The other stash enhancements. I'm going to start with stash enhancements that were not knitting related. You saw my cup. My husband, nice man that he is, bought me a couple of dresses.
Careful of here, cheese.
Yes. They're sundresses. I didn't wear this one because the little sweater I had, the little shrug I had to go with it was a little too heavy.
I guess you're going to have to make. I was going to say you're going to have to make something.
I'm going to make one. Yeah. I can't see buying
another. You have to make lace weight.
No, I'm going to make it sock weight. This one, and I did wear this one because the shrug I had that Ty and I went shopping before I left, and I know I should have made it, but I didn't have the time. I got 2 dresses and 2 shrugs, and the shrug that I got with one of my other dresses matched this perfectly. It's also a sundress. It's really pretty. And I didn't have to wear a slip because it has lining. They both have lining. So I wore this. I wore skirts to the park instead of pants because it was so hot. And without having to wear the slip because I had the lining, it was a lot cooler because the lining was kind of a linen-y, cotton kind of a thing. You don't have any more stash enhancements?
I have some. My new sleep mask.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie.
Where'd that come from?
It came from Universal Studios, Florida, right? Daddy. That's where the being looking for. It's okay, Mom. I don't care.
Yeah, we bought stuff for the kids, of course. My husband thought that was perfect.
I even heard Mom said my eyes looked red today, so apparently this is what I look like.
Mine is the green.
I hope they weren't that bad. But your turn.
Okay, these came in.
So I want to.
How many?
Do every other. I had 2.
You have 2 more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do mine 2 at a time then. My husband, I don't know if I showed these last time, but whenever he goes on the internet and buys something, he likes to get me something too. And he had seen these books, and they're toy. My husband knows me. Toy books, amigurumi crochet toys. And these, I don't know if I showed this or not last time. I might have, but you see the cat. That's basically the patterns that are in this book, and these are the patterns that are in this one. So I was really happy with these. I can't wait to try these. I love toys, so it'll be fun to try these. Oh, I have another one too. Go ahead, Ty.
Okay. For my notions, they picked up an old-time Batman lunchbox.
And that came from Adventure, whatever Island, whatever it's called, in Florida. It does not have a thermos.
It's awesome. Makes me happy. I briefly considered carrying my lunch in it because everyone would know it'd be mine, but no, it will be fun.
It'll get all scratched up if you do.
Yeah, but no one would touch anything Batman at my work because they would automatically assume it's me.
But that's not what I'm saying. I mean, it can get knocked around.
Yeah.
But
just so people automatically think Batman for me. I'm actually called Batman at points, or Batgirl, or. I have like the most awesome nickname ever, and I didn't even ask for it. So, yes.
Yeah, I can actually remember using those kind of lunch baskets when I was a kid, little baby kid. Yeah.
Back when dirt was still young.
Yes. Yes. Back when dirt was still young, so be careful. I will shoot you down.
Anyway. Because that happens when you're alive when dirt was still young.
Yeah. Okay, do you have another one after that?
Yes.
All right, let me show you my other one from Universal then. This is my bag. This is a heavy canvas bag. The only thing I don't like about it has a zipper, but we went all over Universal, and I didn't think I was going to get a bag because I couldn't find one I liked. This is the only blue bag they had. I mean, they had a couple of these, but they only had one store that sold them. I had never seen another one in all the places we look. And they have a gazillion stores. It's really big inside, and I'm thinking I will use it mostly to carry other project bags, although it could be used for a sweater. I just am worried about the zipper. It's quite, I don't know if you can see how big it is inside.
Might be good for a blanket.
Might be good for a blanket or toys that have pieces and parts. So, and it wasn't very expensive at all, considering it came from a park. It was very inexpensive, and they had a bag that's about the same size. It seemed like it was a little more elongated as opposed to tall, and it was like $10 more. And I like this one better, and it's my colors. So I was like, no brainer there. My husband said, if you want to get it, so I got it.
So show mine and then
I'll do my last two. Yeah.
Okay. And as my last gift from Universal, I love fleeces, and I have a Justice League fleeces.
Oh, fleeces.
A Justice League. Well, Robin's not part of Justice League, but everyone else here is Justice League. You have Superman, you have Robin, you have Flash. This has to be Barry Allen Flash cut.
Yeah, you got Wonder Woman.
Because if you look at the style, it's older style, so that's got to be Dick Robin. Dick Grayson Robin. Besides, he's got the bare legs. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Dr. Fate. I think that's Dr. Fate. Batgirl, and this is Barbara Gordon, Batgirl.
Supergirl.
Look at Supergirl. Oh my gosh, that is like so, like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Green Lantern and
I don't know the guy with the fire head.
Plastic Man.
Plastic Man. Green Lantern. Look, there's
Hawk Girl. Yay.
Green Arrow. Oh, Donna Troy. Not Donna Troy. Donna. Wonder Girl.
Yeah, Wonder Girl.
So.
It's a good representation. We were really looking for something else for Talia. And we were going to get her. We've gone to...
Actually, for some reason, it really makes me happy that Hawk Girl's there.
Yeah.
Well, I think of the TV show.
Yes, I do. She...
That's a really good picture of Hal.
We were planning on getting Talia something from the Mummy Returns Ride store or whatever it was. It was a headpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And all we could think of was that she might use it for the podcast once. And then put it away. This she'll use.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about Aquaman because no one cares about Aquaman.
Oh, I like Aquaman. The original Aquaman.
No one cares about Aquaman.
I like Aquaman.
No one cares about Aquaman.
I do. Okay. I have two magazines. I'm going to save the one I want to show you more of for last. I picked this one up today. And I picked it up for one pattern. Excuse me. I mean, it has some cute patterns, but nothing that really said wow to me. But I had been on the lookout for this because people who have watched us for a while remember that I picked up another one of this magazine, another
or may remember.
issue. They remember that I picked up another issue of this because of a toy pattern. And the toy pattern was an elephant, a patchwork elephant. And I was saying
Is this the right magazine?
Yes, it is. I just have to find it. I should have marked it, but I didn't have time. I'm supposed to do the front.
I don't think it's. I think it's the right magazine, but not the right issue.
Yeah, it's the one I just bought, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Yes, it is. Until September 2nd. I know I saw it in here.
There it is.
This is the one I was waiting for, and it came out. So this is the pattern I bought it for. It's a Patchwork Bear. I've been seeing a lot of bear patterns, but this one's cute. And I don't know when I'll make it, but I wanted to have it. And I'm going to go back, I think, and look in the back issues of Crochet World for the other animals, because I think they've done a series. They're going to be doing. Yeah, this is the last one. And I guess the puppy started. I don't know how many they had in the series. I have two of them. I have the elephant and the bear. I would like to go back and get the others. And I'm not a real big fan of this particular magazine. I might just, save the animal patterns. But maybe I'll like them. I don't know. I haven't really done much with this magazine, so we'll see. But the one that I really liked, I got this one. This is the Crochet magazine. And this is the one that they, that is the magazine for the Crochet Guild. Crochet Guild. I forget what it's called. I think it's like it's not just CG, it's something else. I forget what it is. But anyway.
Is it CGA, Crochet Guild of America?
I think that's what it is.
Of course, that might just be, taking JSA, JLA, yeah.
This issue, usually in a magazine, I'm lucky if I can find one or two patterns that I like. And I was thinking about letting this one go. I have, from my previous
CGOA.
Yeah, CGOA, Crochet
Guild of America.
I was considering letting it lapse because I wasn't finding enough patterns, and I have Ravelry, and I have all their, the CG of the Crochet magazine archives on my files because I was able to do that when I ordered my magazines. It was part of our subscription. But this one has so many cute patterns. I mean, this is a really good magazine and has so many cute patterns. I mean, look at this bear.
Look at him, she says.
I'm not sure why they need plastic canvas. I have to read further into it, but it's supposed to be an easy pattern. So it uses homespun, so I might do that sometime in the future. I like this.
I don't know how much homespun. I do have some.
Yeah,
I don't have a whole lot.
Oh,
you mean home? I was actually thinking of homespun stuff.
What? What are you talking about?
Spun.
Oh.
At home.
You're talking about hand spun.
Yes. I was like, I have some of that. Very little.
I'm not sure how I feel about this pattern. It's a pretty pattern. I'm just not sure.
Well, you don't like turtlenecks.
Well, it's a cowl neck. Mm-hmm. The sleeves are awfully wide, but I like the pattern. I think I would. Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually button. I would like to make that a cardigan. I love this purse.
She wants that purse.
I'm going to make that, I think. Maybe more than one, because I think it can be used for knitting. It's very tight and it's not Tunisian. It's just crocheted, single crochet. It's going to be a review kind of because I love this. Another cowl neck, and it's it uses a sport weight, so it won't be overly heavy, I don't think. This one I'm not too sure about. I liked it at first, but now I'm not so sure. It's got some pretty detailing in it. There's a lot of, love this. I would lengthen the sleeves, I think. Maybe. I didn't have time to mark. I don't know what this is. I don't like this. I just don't. I don't see the point of it. The yarn's pretty. And I know I've seen things by this designer that I really like. I just don't like that one. I'm not sure about this one either. If I give you some ideas, they might look pretty in our yarn. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, best. I think this is pretty. Maybe put buttons in it. So you see this, I think I don't know how many patterns I've shown you, but already this magazine More Than Paper itself, I make even 2 of them. This one I find really interesting. I don't like to do motifs. This looks like motifs, but it's done in all one piece. And the bright colors are just gorgeous. Okay. It's not motifs. It's cool. Ooh.
Starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't slept very much.
Well, she's trying to get on days for tomorrow, which is why we're driving her in tomorrow.
That's a cute set.
The one that made me really excited, and Sun Country's probably going to laugh because I've been trying to do socks forever, and I just can't get myself to do it. I like these. I think these might just put me over. It's got owl motifs on it, and it has little beaded eyes, which I may or may not do. I don't want beads on my socks. But I think those make nice slipper socks. And they're cute enough that I might just actually sit down and try to do them. They may try to make it seem really easy. But we'll see. Oh, I thought this was cute. This is the blanket, okay? And it folds up into that. It's called a stadium blanket. And I just think it's great. So I said, why don't you make it in team colors? I said, that'd be a great idea to make it in the team colors. My husband thought that was really cool. we'd have to fight about what team colors though, because I like if you take it to a stadium for a game for the weather that's like that. My husband's a Cleveland fan and I'm a Patriots fan, so it would be interesting to see. We'd have to make his and hers.
You'd be like, it's mine. I'm the one making it.
I'm making it in my colors. Let's see. But basically, I think that's basically it. Now it's getting into the ends of the patterns and stuff. But you can see that this had a lot in it, so I'm probably going to go ahead and renew this one more year and see. I really like this, and it kind of ended up being a review of the magazine. I think it's well worth the money. If you order the magazine, at least when I did it last time, you get the digital version plus the archives, which my understanding is that when you get involved with Crochet Guild of America, this comes as part of your enrollment, but you don't get the digital. So, yeah, just saying. Okay, it's a really good magazine. Do you have anything to say about that, Taya?
Nope. The only thing I have left to say is really my obsessions. I'm totally obsessed with Knit to Flatter by Amy Herzog. I'm doing a crafty class. Probably want to do crafty classes. I'm going to do all the way through. I'm getting her book. So it's making me think about how I choose clothes to make, how I actually even choose clothes normally, because I hadn't really thought about my body type much before.
Okay. My obsessions basically, as it looks right now, since I submitted my novel, I'm looking toward writing some original material, getting ready for NaNoWriMo. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the one in July. It's just not going to happen. I'm looking forward to pulling off one of my stories from the back burner and moving with it. I'm not sure which one it will be, and working on the shared story. As for yarn related, I want to finish the blanket. I'd like to pull my, it's called my Heaven Sent or Blue Heaven or whatever it is, sweater. I'd like to pull that out of mothballs and maybe finish it by September. We'll see what happens. But that means everything else will have to go by the wayside, except for whatever we're doing for our podiversary and our toy along. So
you need to get cracking,
crack-a-lacking if you want to get that done. I do. I need to get going. So basically, that's that. I
dare you. I challenge you. I challenge you that I'll get done first.
Oh,
and I am only a slave.
I'm sure you will get done first.
Come on, have a little bit more. How can you have the back mostly done with just the arm shaping?
Don't talk to me, you who wouldn't do the sweater and all you had to do was the arms on it, the baby sweater.
It's done now.
Yes, but you sat and waited for 2
weeks. My
weeks.
point is, you're like, oh, you'll get done for. You just have to die. If you're right, you'll be able to.
I motivate myself. Unless somebody says I can't do it.
You can't do it.
But see, I know she's just doing it. She's too pushy.
Can't
so
do it.
It doesn't affect me. Anyway, I did want to thank Kimberly again for the fantastic job she did on the yarn. I cannot wait to get the worsted one. I have my 2 sock weight because when Taya ordered her sweater's worth of sock weight, I went ahead and bought off of her the second one, so that mine would be the same dye lot, and all of hers would be the same dye lot. So I already have my fingering weight sitting there, just waiting for my worsted, and I'm really excited to see the worsted and to get started with that. That'll be fun. So thanks to Kimberly, and thank you, as I said before, to all those who are able to buy the yarn. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing the projects that you come up with.
All right, that's all I have.
I think we're done.
Alrighty, let's close that.
What is episode what?
Episode 56, yeah.
This is the end of Penhooks and Needles, episode 56. God bless. Happy knitting and crocheting.